Across the bay in Oakland, Stephen Tiffenson prepares for Carnival with his band, Mass Makers Massive. Mass Makers Massive has been part of Carnival for over 30 years and has maintained and spiced Trinidadian culture throughout the Bay Area for just as long.
My name is Stephen Tiffenson. I'm the director of Mass Makers Massive, a cultural group which produces the culture of Trinidad and Tobago style carnival in the Bay Area. Mass Makers Massive has been around for 30 years, and myself and two other guys started the group. We came out to promote the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. When I first got started in Carnival here, it's because I had migrated from Trinidad and Tobago, and there was a sense of urgency for me to have my culture with me. So myself and another buddy called Luke Caravan and David from Trinidad, both from Trinidad, we decided to make costumes and to be in the San Francisco parade. So it was just the three of us that first year. And so after that, we had some friends who had liked what they saw and they wanted costumes. So the next year we made costumes for ourselves, and we also made a couple other costumes for other people. And so the momentum started. And as a matter of fact, the way that the name Mass Makers came about is because one day while we were making costumes by one of our friends, a reporter from the Oakland Tribune passed by and she saw these costumes. And she came out and asked us what was going on. We told her that we were making costumes for San Francisco Carnival. And she asked, what's the name of the group? Well, at that time we had no name as yet. So I think David said, well, we just make mass. And so I said, well, you could call us Mass Makers. And so some of the people who were there, and they weren't from Trinidad, and they said, well, what about us? So well, we said, well, Mass Makers and Friends of Trinidad and Tobago. And so that's the original name that came about. Later on, as David and Lutz had left the area, I carried it on, and I encouraged other people to come in and be a part of it, take an active part of it. And I remember when Ronnie McIntosh had the phrase massive, I decided, you know what, we are really massive because, you know, we are showing the culture to various nationalities, and it's growing and growing and growing. So I decided to call the group Mass Makers Massive. Mass Makers Massive has been involved in San Francisco Carnival for about 30 years now. And we have been quite an outstanding group in showing the culture of Trinidad and Tobago and all its aspects in costume, in the music, and in the dance that we go along with the costume and music. So it's more like a stage performance on the street, theater on the street as we call it. And one of our specialties is the puppets, usually known as Tantan and Saga Boy, but we have different looks on them. We have several different looks. This year, Mass Makers Massive, our production is called Hello Africa. So the things that we are doing are based on African culture, different designs in the African culture. And some of our costumes represent Wild Africa, Bell Africa, Bold Africa, Royal Africa, Tribal Africa. And we also have one of our puppets will be a witch doctor, which represents Africa also. We are a group that is always being looked forward to in the carnival. We are one of the premier groups, I would say, in the San Francisco Carnival. And you know, everywhere that we appear, especially with the puppets, we are always a hit, and we are you know, we are a gigantic hit.